Alright, time for the obligatory microphone check to make sure that the microphone is working. Alright, time for the obligatory... Microphone is working. We are good to go. Hello, this is Falterfire. Welcome to another Breach Wanderer stream. So using a different mic this time, we'll hopefully pick up less stuff from elsewhere in the house, just to avoid noise pollution. Although I think it is probably a worse mic overall, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I did a quick mic check at the beginning, as far as I can tell it's working, so. Anyway, we're still on beta 1060. This is the first time you're seeing the beta. I want to mention that you can join the beta by going to the Discord. There's a link in the description of this video. And you can contact One Day about joining the beta. Alright, so this stream, pulling myself away from Monster Train 2 briefly to do a run. And the thing that people talked about, because I said like I haven't played Salon in a bit, people mentioned wanting to see a Mecha Salon Cannon Blast deck. And I don't know how much cannon blasting we're going to do. The thing with Mecha Salon is that creating cannon blasts is not easy. Because you don't get one on turn 1, guaranteed. Like, you won't automatically get one on turn 1. You're going to have to play a card if you want to get one on turn 1. Whether that card is is just a reload or recharge, whatever it's called, or if it's triggering an enemy attack. But either way, honestly, I don't know that I want to play Mecha Salon because I don't like Mecha Salon. I don't think Mecha Salon is that good. Yes, hello. Because yeah, the thing with Mecha Salon is that I don't think this passive. It's not bad. I don't think it's like enough to anchor anything on. This is therefore irrelevant because we can't count on having cannon blasts. And so the combination of those two being dead means that we're basically putting all of it into these two. And while this one is fine, this one is a lot worse than it is on Paladin. And so the question is, why am I not just playing? Because like with base Paladin, it pairs with the level 4 passive, which goes very well with it. And at that point, I just don't know why I am not playing base paladin. I agree with whoever in the Discord said that. But Boom Boy Salon we've already done, and it's just so easy. And we did base Salon not too long ago. The other suggestion was to do TrinRune with like Magician Raodan, and I may do that because Mecha Salon is just so uninspiring. Alright, I need to delete a deck so that we have space. So if we're doing TrinRune, Trinitarian Rune, is, of course, we put one card on top of our deck to deal damage to a random enemy equal to 2x the cost, upgrades to 3x the cost. We do that damage 3 times. And while there are obviously a variety of expensive cards, the best one, generally speaking, or the most expensive, is going to be Ice Block at 12. And the Ice Block nerf actually works in our favor here because by cost, it used to cost 10 base and now it costs 12, which means that's just even more TrinRune damage. The main question is, do we run 1 TrinRune or 2? I think we run 1 and then we run like Potent Augury. And we're guaranteed to redraw it once because Magician Raodan will draw a spell from our deck every turn. Oh, the other thing is like because Magician Raodan makes spells cheaper, that is a non-bow with TrinRune. So, ironically, although TrinRune feels like it would go with the other top of your deck cards like Treasure Hunt and Prophetic Focus, it doesn't really, because the card you're going to be putting back is specifically an expensive one, and that is not the same as like Prophetic Focus and Ponder and those want to be putting back Predict mostly, or temporary cards. Because then you get that value. But let's see. I think the TrinRune is only going to cost 4, which makes the focus a lot better. We can also run probably 1 Runic Focus. I'm normally not a huge fan of Runic Focus, but because we are guaranteed to get we are guaranteed to draw a TrinRune every turn, that makes that a lot better. We just have to avoid running any other spells. That's important for me to remember. Saying that out loud so that when I add another spell, y'all can laugh at me. I don't know that we're a Pocket Field deck. We are probably a Death Field deck. Could also run Invigorate. I don't know. I actually think we may be a Hobble deck. Because we can't run, because we went to Weak Source and we can't run Pocket Sand or Toxic Cloud because they are spells. And Corrupted Roots is not AoE weak, it's only single target weak, which is not really what we're looking for. Can run Sunder, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. Augury damage, increasing our with TrinRune. The same way it works in Dark Side everything else. It'll increase the damage by 20%. It counts as a flat plus 20% modifier, so you had like 5 extra ranks of Spellweave. Or Spellweave 5 or 4%, I can't remember. Where's my Spellweave card so I can check? Okay, Spellweave is 4%, so yeah, it's like 5 ranks of Spellweave. Need at least 1 more spell. Let's go Resolute Focus. Or, sorry, one more mana card. Like a Creative Outburst, I guess. That all seems fine. And we could build a card pool, but I don't know that we need to. We're basically just spells with, like TrinRune is basically the whole, the plan, the entire plan. Yeah. This they're probably fine. Yeah, 20% charge felt weird. Yeah, it's actually simpler. Simpler than you might think. Extra reroll is nice. Just buy out everything. Check our bounties. Oh, doop. Freeze enemies might happen. Crit hits might happen. Leech probably won't. Tail damage spells should. No. Yeah, decent chance that I end up doing that. Because that's just how I do. Crystal Dragon. Ooh, Soothing Skies, though, has been very good to us. Mirror Mist isn't bad, ever. Or we can just go for Mana Font, which is always good. Okay, we are fighting Formless. We're fighting Dread and Destruction. We get MLS potentially, although this is usually not going to be a good MLS deck. But burn that bridge when we get to it. That's a very good item. Trinket to start with, by the way. And this, we aren't necessarily going to have much stuff to put back, so that makes that worse than it normally would be. We're just going to take the extra shield gained. Alright. Just take events, I think, mostly. Okay. Slightly awkward here. We do have to play this. I think we ice block the Resolute Focus. And then, yeah, we're going to do this. Good start. Ooh, the problem is the shuffle means we may not redraw the ice block, which we do need. Just kidding, always lucky. Actually, I probably should. Well, I guess it probably won't matter. This might be lethal. Yeah. Okay. Command Lightning doesn't do anything for us. Draw all your spells. Oh man, all the spells? Could spin our reroll here. We will get another one because we are on hybrid mode. And I would like to see... I think, what are the other two cards? I would take that one. I don't really care about the other one. But, Arcane Aegis though is fine. We take those. Event. Okay, go left because it's the one that doesn't have the shadows. Alright, we did not get the free upgrade. There's a chance that one just gives an upgrade, but not this time. Draw a Trinket is always nice. Consider that All-Seeing Eye would allow you to draw every single spell. I did consider that, yes, but I decided... Honestly, like, even the Potent Augury at this point is not stupendous. Because we just are not... I thought I put Pocket Sending, but I guess I did not. I just thought about it. Do this. Okay, good. Calculated. Because, yeah, the thought that I didn't quite get out loud was that if I drew exactly Ice Block, I was going to need the focus in order to do that. All right. And obviously, this does have the downside of we no longer guaranteed to have the Ice Block, but that's okay. We probably need to upgrade the focuses first, actually, because if they're at 6, then they can play the Frozen Solid, which is important. The fuck do you mean? Well, that was an interesting bug that also completely ruined my entire game plan here. I don't know why that didn't draw that. I must have just moved too fast. It wasn't my discard pile yet. Yeah. We are getting punished for that discard decision, and also for the Runic Focus, because we keep drawing specifically the Runic Focus. And no way to, Alright. There we go. Everything's fine. No, no, all these are bad. All these are very bad. I don't know what that is that Zebo just sent me. I guess we take this because it's actually. Yeah, we take this because at least like it's technically playable. Looking back, you didn't even play fast. Okay, yeah, like I wasn't playing super fast. I definitely know that much. Okay. Got a plan. Ta-da! Do I just freeze the Arcane Aegis? No, I think I freeze the Creative Outburst, actually. No, that was wrong. Well, no, it was correct because I didn't do the math. Correct, but not on purpose. The Falster Fire story. I guess we just take another Arcane Aegis? Our mana situation has obviously been a huge problem so far, but hopefully... That's unfortunate. Let me just leave that costing 0. Maybe play TrinRune just so the Ice Block Travel return? I could, but I don't know. Maybe. It feels... I don't like a solution that requires me to do something I don't really want to do. So we ice, I guess, one of these. Do that just for the value. Got that evasion. Oh, you are here. I am here. Let me just eat the damage here. We may just be toast. I don't know if we're going to get through this fight. If we lose this fight, I am probably not going to bother playing TrinRune again. I'm just going to do, I don't know, something else. Thinking is hard. Oh fuck, we're just doomed. Yeah, we can't afford to play literally any cards here, or we just immediately die to doom. But if we don't play card, like, I think we're toast either way. Because, like, what does that do? Fortune Shield. No, that doesn't help. I would never like. Yep. Base tool Inna? Yeah, probably. I guess we still have an outside chance to. Oh, no, that. Well, no, we're not dead. We're very likely dead. I think it basically comes down to whether or not the math here works out. Well, I guess we live to fight another day. I did not think that was going to work out, but take the mana font, we upgrade, we take that. We absolutely are upgrading our mana because we desperately need more mana. Shock name suggestion? Yes. Never doubted. Well, as long as one of us didn't doubt. We are cutting that because it's bad. We are resting. We are cutting one of the Arcane Aegises because I don't think we want to. We probably will end up cutting Potent Augury because I don't know that we actually want that. Yeah, sure, why not? Remove one of the Potent Auguries. I think we probably do need to rest again, unfortunately. I don't really have another cut. I think I do like the Arcane Aegis enough to keep it for now. Okay, bye. Have fun sleeping. This run is maybe very short, so... But it looks like you are in fact winning. I would not go that far. Um, we need that to manage mana here. And at this point, we don't even need to put an ice block back in order to win. Should be able to put back basically anything. Don't hate that. That's funny. That's also kind of funny. Maybe we take this because it's most likely to be useful. Was not paying enough attention to that. Rep, there is space for the Voidstalker. Okay, well. It's actually a little bit unfortunate. The mana almost works out. Well, we win next turn. We don't take too much damage doing it. Oh, I shouldn't have put that back, because... Oh, and then that happens, which is really annoying. In which case, I should have done what I did. Okay. I've got a plan. And then creatively get the kill. Okay. Should just take this. Because it's mana. It's kind of what we need. Starting wit seems okay. I think we upgrade. We don't need to upgrade we can cut the focus maybe because we've got the mana font. I think we may or because we got the sprite vigor. We may upgrade the frozen solids here. Or we upgrade. I think we upgraded one TrinRune and one frozen solid. Yes, that is exactly what happened. It was a creative decision. I don't think this run's viable long term, but I guess we'll find out what happens. This feels like a bad decision, but we're doing it. Alright. Gonna go through here, maybe? And get that one thing for the me art. I wasn't even thinking about these guys having evasion. Obviously I should have been. At least they can't get more evasion. All frozen at least. Alright, that's progress. Let me just make a second ice block so we have that on hand. Here's a second ice block that I prepared earlier. Very good. Now with more of it, no additional evasion set up there. That plate is really annoying, but we will persevere. There we go. It's weird having a run that is simultaneously working and feels doomed. I do like VHS. Probably should have taken the evasion for ourselves, but either one is useful. Wow. Okay. I don't really want to trip opportunists here. Actually, no, it's fine. Right now, but I agree with you on the fact that I have no idea how the skeleton to A3. Yeah. Yeah, no. This is a doomed run walking. And that evasion really is super obnoxious. Especially because like, we've so far only really had to deal with it in fights that don't have that many enemies. And yeah, we do lose, like, normally one of your advantages is that the, you're guaranteed to draw the ice block, so you don't have to worry about it. But of course here, because we kind of have to keep looping into it immediately, it is going to just keep melting. Which is not really what we want. We can get one more of those, we can just kill that. We can kill the Void Stalker without wasting whatever on it, which would be nice. It's only evasion this turn, but it is still a nuisance. Because it basically blocks us out of getting anything done this turn. Oh no, we do have I lied. Because we did draw exactly that. We can. But, wow, our damage is just not high. Like, we are struggling to get enough damage out here. That is not a good sign. The other thing that's really working against this run is that I really do just want to go back to playing Monster Train. Which means it is not going to take much persuading for me to be like, you know what, run's toast. I'm just going to go back to playing Monster Train. But that'll last at least one more fight. I don't think that's what we want. Frost Rune is good. And it gives us another way to redraw. I guess we take that. Madrid only has like 460. Yeah. Absolutely. Losing your train of thought? What, again? My monster train of thought? Okay. I've now only 2 mana, unfortunately. Yeah, I can ice things, but I don't think I can actually... Guess I could get lucky here. Nope. My monster thought 2, exactly. Really, I should have added more Spellweave gain cards. Yeah, 23 damage each time. At this rate, we are not making it. Yeah, it heals 48, and we did. I said, yeah. Yeah, this run may be the death of us just because like our damage is just so shit. You have strange shells, pay more attention. Yep. Good monster. Exactly. Yeah, because of whatever. It's still only at 28 damage. We are getting closer. We may actually be able to win this fight. We did it. We won another fight. I want to do Frostwave, but I don't know that it'll be reliable. Honestly, that's fine. Sure. Upgrade that, I guess. What are we upgrading? That being cheaper is kind of nice. This going to that's more spell weave, and it means that our thing is... I'll just upgrade those for now. We cut, I don't know, nothing, and we just keep moving. I'm all for you going to do something else if you'd rather, by the way. Yeah, we're going to get through this run. Partially because I keep expecting the run to die and it keeps not, and I think that's kind of funny. Also, it at least doesn't take much brain power to do this run. This is not a very thinky, heavy run. I am not awake. Because I should have sequenced differently here. It's going to end up being fine, but... I could have had more mana here if I had played the thing first. This character scheme feels weak. It's fine. Like, it's for spell looping. The big thing is I don't think looping spells is generally that good. But if it was, this would be solid. Told you TrinRune would be fun. Yeah, I just wish it wasn't at my expense. But I don't know what I expected. I don't know why I expected anything different. What am I freezing if I pitch this? I've got to play that. I think we pitched that. Pop. Ice that, which is not going to be enough ice. Oh no, it is enough ice. I lied. I enjoy lying. I find it funny. Fortunately, the opportunity doesn't matter because we froze. And we get two shocks out because that was two separate hits. Which means that we should have lethal here. We just need like literally any mana card. That is literally any mana card. For bonus points, we get to do that. Which gives us a bit of health back. Magician's good. TrinRune is a better archetype on Naima, though. TrinRune is not a good archetype, I think, is the main point. I don't believe there's any archetype where TrinRune is good. Just keep taking VHSs and hope that it'll pay off. Sure. Double upgraded VHS is basically a complete game plan. I wouldn't hate having Tranquil Grazing. And I don't care at all about either of these, so... Oh, right, but the downside of doing that is that now the top card of our deck is guaranteed to be a trend. Oh, we just freeze a VHS. We don't actually need it, right? Sure, more powerful. Pitch that, I guess. All right. I do feel like the deck is getting better. I don't know if that's true or if it's just that the fights without idols feel better. Since neither of those are what we're looking for. That's one of the cards we were looking for, so we take that. I realize giving these powerful is probably dangerous considering the overall deck we're working with, but... Fortunately, I think our best sequencing here... Oh, well, we're getting hit by evasion anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're not hitting them because of evasion, whatever. Variance only feels significantly worse than the worst decades. Yeah, that's a reasonable point. That is... You're not wrong. However... It's rude of you to just come out and say it. I think we do that. That seems good. There we go. Sure, we take that. I actually like Ritual of Runes here. Yeah. It's immediately going to be awkward, because we're going to always draw it on like turn 1 when we can't hit 6. Oh, we did, but we can actually hit 6, so. So much for my prediction. It's going to do actually a decent amount of damage. Probably going to summon... Oh no, because of the evasion. I am glad to see that before the drakes show up though. Because that gives, I think, the same amount of evasion to every enemy. I don't... It might divide it, but I can't remember. Regardless. This is going to set up the drakes if I do it. I shouldn't because I don't want to deal with the drakes. On the other hand, I do it at some point. Fortunately, we are now extremely on fire, which means that... Okay, no, I miscounted turns, I guess. Or the turn order is just different than I thought it was. Alright, I think we're in a position where we just kind of have to play out TrinRune every turn. Realizing belatedly we are not actually holding something to put back, but we can fix that. I'd like to get through that purity, but there's no way to do that. Thinking if I want to use the tiny book first. See what I'm working with? I think so. Yep. Partially just because I wanted to know how much mana I was going to have. Answer is enough. Oh right, we aren't going to get that freeze because of that. Maybe at least get a kill. Okay, we avoid dying here because we drew the stuff we needed to. I don't love that this thing now has 6 evasion. Christ. Well, we're not doing anything this turn. Yeah, we shouldn't take too much here. Yeah, because we weren't too on fire. That doesn't do that much for us. I think we just play out these three. And into the turn. And get almost killed. Yeah, this might be into the run. We will see. It's very unfortunate mana-wise. Yeah, I was really banking on finding any mana there, and I did not. And that is bad. Does that just kill us? That just kills us. Well, TrinRune is a bad deck, I think, and you should feel bad for trying to play it. That was the run. Back to Monster Train. Bye. That's not how I end things. So yeah, like I obviously wasn't trying my hardest to make that run work, but you know we made it to the end of Area 2, which is better than I was expecting, given I didn't expect to beat the first mid-boss. So that'll be it for this time. Thank you for hanging out with me. Until next time, toodles.